Hello and welcome to Masandawana Fan Vlog. We are back on Zoom, Homolem. We are back on Zoom. Are you happy?
Ka Zoom or ka performance?
Ka Zoom.
No, I'm not happy ka Zoom. The people want Rock Nation production, so.
Wow. Yeah, no, Rock Nation 8 is a production, but like, yeah, hopefully we'll get Rock Nation production on the weekend. But yeah, welcome to the match review and player ratings. It's me and Neo today. I want to interesting, boy.
We are just like today's game.
Oh wow! Like this is a good reflection of today's game, ne? Yeah. Just like last season, opening game, Rashapa Chiefs turned out to FNB. Everyone is excited. Second game, we play TTM Call of Duty, and it's the opposite. Today, so at least we won at home, like first home game, and then didn't today's performance remind you of Gqeberha TTM?
No, but 100%. But I thought Gqeberha TTM was actually first half who was a bit better, and even though we had similar team selections, because we got game at TTM, we were complaining about the rigid midfield, and then Mkhulise being played as a part of the front line.
The front,
yeah. But today, like, there's so many things that I didn't like, and what a waste of 2 hours. What it was I don't know. It was maybe for the students of the game, maybe it wasn't a horrible game, but for us as fans watching, that was boring. And yeah, we created very little. First shot on target, I think they got the 65th minute. Yeah, but it was a bad game.
Yeah, to be honest with you, like I wasn't like I was looking forward to like putting my daughter to sleep after the game, but the only positive out of this game is that like the game put it to bed, so less work for me. You know, after a game like that, like the first thing I do, like I don't know, it's how my mind is set up. The first thing I always do is to look at the positives. Or okay, what can I take away from this game? Like that was positive, or what could be the reason? And I thought of 2 or 3 things. One, I thought we are playing against the Gavin Hunt team.
Yeah.
And you know Gavin Hunt, and that guy knows how to set up, like he knows how to play some other guys football. Like it's his thing. And another thing, I was like, one word I've seen like being thrown around a lot, especially like in on Twitter and also like in our comments, is people talking about fluidity. And I'm like, you can't get fluidity when you are playing Boneo Mayema and Mvala and Grand Comrao. Like it's like you're giving 2 debuts, and fluidity is about movement. Movement creates fluidity. Fluidity is not the movement of the ball, it's the movement of the players and interchanging of positions.
Yeah. That's not also like the 2 things was one was the pitch. I thought the pitch looked very heavy. I thought it was a rugby length. I think the Springbok, it looked green, muy fanfare. Muy fanfare, as we know it. It looked green, but I think it wasn't a football pitch. It looked a bit heavy, just a bit heavy, because I think the Springbok never done. I think a week or 2 ago, example against Argentina.
Yeah,
rugby championships. And the second thing was Tavaya Sundowns, so starting slow. I know last season may have been misled most of us. This is a new era. Tavaya starting slow is not our thing. But also, last season we may have not started slow because of changing coach, right? Changing coach to a team, like fresh ideas, fresh, fresh ideas, fresh lineup, fresh everything, like fresh approach. So I think maybe last season it misleading, but also Pete Arena, all our 4 Pete. Last season was the only season that we didn't start slow. The other 3 seasons we started slow. I think starting slow is our thing. As I said, I don't want to seem like I'm making the excuse for the player for the coach and stuff like that. And when coming to the starting lineup, to be honest with you, personally, I wasn't too mad with it at the beginning of the game. But
same.
Hindsight now tells me that, especially playing against Timia low block, that you cannot play Ntobin Vala and Rivaldo Kotsi in the same midfield. Reason being, none of them are a link between your midfield and your attack. None of them are, yes, Vala can do the box to box thing, but Hana that incisive pass or a final third pass. Having said all of that, I thought Ntobin Vala had a good game, but I don't think today was his game.
Another thing is that I felt like Hashim Domingo was very busy but ineffective. He was very, very busy, especially in the first half. Off the first half alone, if I was the coach, I was taking him. He was the first person like I was subbing off, or I was taking him. Like he wasn't coming back for the second half, and not even in a bad way, boy. Like, to be honest, I don't think today was that type of game. I think players like Wood Domingo, like they thrive on teams that want to play against us. You know what I mean? Against Chiefs, he looked good. Against Amazulu, he was okay. And then today, it's like he from Green Chiefs, Amazulu, Ember, and today it was red. Like I think today Hashim wasn't his best performance. I know I'm never about seeing when a player comes on and they do well. Sometimes that's all they have in their legs. So I get at this thing, if Gaston comes on and he looks lively, you're like, why didn't you start him? Because starting and coming on is two totally different things. Mm-hmm. And and the fact that Gaston didn't seem like he was there for the beginning of preseason. Same as Kemet, I think he picked up a knock in preseason, so you can't really start them. Some players like sometimes you have to like do that, like bring them Kantuela. But I think it hindered us the fact that you had Mayama and Aubrey, who are both left-footed. They need like a second more to position themselves for a pass. And I think Gavin was going to live with that. I think Gavin could have sat down the whole game and not even bugged orders, and his game plan was gonna sort itself out, which it did. But if it was any other team, or if it was any other coach against any other coach, I'd probably be like seething after this result, because I want us to start a perfect game block. But because it's Hunty, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but no, I 100% agree with you. I think obviously we all wanted that perfect game block, but Hunty is always a tricky customer. He's a top man. Although people don't agree with how he coaches and how he chooses to play and his teams to play, but he knows what he's doing, and he's been doing it for years. And yeah, but I thought a few things I should point out. Like, I really thought in the build-up phase, like of the pitch, like we really played well. We rotated the ball well, especially our center back pairing. Grant played so well today. Rushin played so well when we were on the ball. We progressed the ball well, like from the build-up phase into the consolidation phase, which is like the middle of the park. But I think our real problem was the link between, as I said earlier, I think the link between the middle of the park and the final third, and that's where you'll say you missed your Tembazwani, who drops deep. We saw dropping deep a lot again in the first 30 minutes against Chiefs. Also, he did it a bit against Amazulu. You see him doing it a lot, and we always say when we play through Tembazwani or a Fetchen Kiri, also known as Spelem Kulis. You missed that time. you missed that type of player today who was gonna come collect from the middle of the park and then link the midfield and the front three. And there was no link there. And another thing that we missed today was creating chances of the counter press. And because we missed our mad dogs, I mean, we created a lot of chances in the early part of last season from the counter pressing situation. I can take you back to Game Amazulu. I can take you back to game, except like which other few games. I think the Stellenbosch game as well, where we created a chance from a counter pressing situation. So we didn't have all of it, and I think that's what lagged in the final third. Our problems weren't in the first two phases of the game. Our problem was in the last phase of the game, which is the last phase of the pitch of the game, which was the final third.
I felt that that game was gonna. You mentioned something so key. I felt that game was gonna be a draw because Sundowns, we are specialists at the gray area. Like what you were saying, Hori, like between the consolidation phase and the final third, that's the gray area. And today we were not dominant in that space. We might have dominated possession because our possession was 61-39, but we dominated possession without threatening in the gray areas and without being dominant in a space where we kill most teams for all these years. And I felt like the games like this, like like how Fiorentino Perez said, minutes is too long. These are the type of games where 90 minutes is too long. Should have played this game for 70 minutes. By the 66th minute, we just say, gents, we see what's happening here. Let's shake hands and go rest.
No, 100%.
Yeah,
agree with you. And
there's no need.
You make another great point there, saying like we dominated ball position as we should, as we always do, but penetrating Chippa. I mean, Chippa were comfortable, like they didn't know at any moment that we are losing control of the game. Because enough for them, I'm sure they'll say Gavin Hunt can easily go say, I control the game. Yes, I gave Sundowns the ball, but they didn't threaten us in any way.
No. Hunt, for me, sorry to cut you off. For me, Hunty won that game.
Yeah.
Because that's his game. Like what he did today, like we didn't like shake him off or like sucker punch him or anything. For me, Hunty won that game. He won. Like he dominated the game in his way. That's the only way I can put it.
It's like a Jose Mourinho and Pep Guardiola type of thing, where Pep wants to control the ball always against Mourinho, but Mourinho says no, we control the game without the ball.
Yes.
It's a type of situation like that, and you can't disagree with Hunt if he comes out and say no, we control the game.
I was looking at like some funny stats. I'm like, we had 8 total shots. Chippa had 0. We had 3 shots on target. Chippa had 0. We had 5 shots off target. Chippa had 0. Like these guys didn't play.
Mad.
Okay, they played in true Hunty fashion, and we have the same number of corner kicks. And I think we had all our 4 corner kicks were in the first half. Nothing in the second half. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we should get into it, bro. I think we should get into it. After draw.
Yeah. I think Dennis 4.5.
Yeah, okay. But it's in 5. I'll say
Why? Why 5?
He didn't have much to do. And I thought today there was but he collected crosses as well. Like it was only
and very well.
So I'm thinking a 5 more than a 4.5. Like here, 4.5 is too okay. I thought
it's made, boy. This game was made.
Yeah, but don't be emotional. 4.5, still 4.5.
So you're giving him a 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Khuliso was another one who was busy on the ball, but wasn't effective. To be honest with you now, Khuliso doesn't. Okay, I know if Tapelo doesn't, but I think maybe because Tapelo, like, he tries, even though he doesn't execute well. But Khuliso doesn't want to bother himself in the final third.
True, but I think he's getting better with every match that he's playing.
He is. No. Don't get me wrong, boy. Like, I'm happy with his performances, but like I feel like in the final third, like nothing is happening. Like first phase, second phase, I think Khuliso is the best right back in the country. In the first phase and second phase of the pitch, I think is the best player in the country. But after jumping the second phase, boy, like where we need your creativity, I think Khuliso is a good player for like traditional coaches, barbering lurking. Yeah, red bag is jumper center line. I think he's the perfect person for that. I don't know. 4.5.
Scalasa was not dealing, but it's fine. I thought Grant Gqeberha was the best player on the pitch for South
Oh, hell no. Why did I read Khuliso? Like, I should be raving about Grant now. But you know what? It's a hit. So go on.
No, it's fine. Because I'm a man of honor, I'll give you my thoughts on Grant, and then after that, you rate him. You rate him.
You know, today I retweeted my tweet from January. And that was still in the previous season where I said top priority like should be Grant Gqeberha. I know I seemed mad. A lot of people thought I was mad. And then when I don't know, was it a journalist, a publication that reported who Grant Gqeberha like is coming to Sundowns, and people said, "Hey, Khensani must be happy." Like I was long happy boy because I knew what was happening. I'm happy we got Grant. I always felt like Grant Gqeberha just needed to be in the top team, that it unlocks something in him. He's a new player. He has this renewed thing. You know, like when you get to a top team and you're like, oh, like I belong here. I belong in a space where I'm playing with these guys. I think that's what's happening to him. He was saying to me, Ari, I feel like I'm learning football like from scratch. And I think that's what actually made me tweet that thing. Yeah, how the coaching is being done at Mamelodi Sundowns is after he told me that. He said he feels like he's a new, like he said he felt like he's learning football, like he didn't know football all along, like he's learning football afresh. I know he's had some top coaching from Steve Barker. I know he was coached by Stuart Baxter. Like those are coaches with good profiles, Stuart Baxter. But like he says, like he's revived right now, and I'm not surprised to see that sort of performance from him. I was so nervous for him because I was wondering which Grant is gonna show up. And I'm so glad the Grant that showed up is the Grant that I wanted to see at Sundowns. For me, he's the best backup center back, and especially like center back come right back that we can have. And elite teams can't always have elite players. You need good players, and you also need okay players because those are good role players.
Can I give my review on him and then I'll let you rate him? we don't have 15 minutes. I know Grant on a personal go away. That's why I let you go. Let me just give you my review. I thought he was so comfortable on the ball, which is what I loved, and which is what
exactly
it's a prerequisite for Mamelodi Sundowns centre back. He was also good in the air when the balls came in. I think he cleared about 3 or 4 balls out of the Chippa box, which is I think how they would want to threaten us sometimes, but he was so good. Him and Rushin rotated the ball so well. He saved an almost a disastrous moment from Riva. Back pass after Riva a careless pass to the keeper, and then Chippa tried to create something from there, but Grant created that. I mean, he saved that moment, and there was this delicious ball that he played in for Romeo, but Romeo couldn't quite control it. So yeah, because I'm a man of honor, I'll let you rate him.
For me, I think he was Nalemvala, I think were our best players. Lirushin, I think they're our best players today. But I also think Gaston was, look, when he came on, he performed much better than some players who started. I think Grant 5.5.
Oh,
okay.
5.5.
We didn't win the game.
Our boy.
What rating would you give him?
Nah. No, boy,
Yeah.
no, what 8?
No, boy. No. We
No,
must shy away from that now. You know, when we didn't win a game, boy, like our ratings must reflect the game.
100%. But Arauina game, our defense was solid, boy. We cannot fault our defense for Arauina game, especially our center backs. Maybe we could put that to our own back. But our both our center backs were solid. I mean, they did their part. But the front players are the ones that Ara concede. That's like concede. He saved the moment. We cannot give him rating ya not to Rascala because Arauina. That was on the attack.
6.5.
Boy, no, boy. Okay, it's fine.
Oh, I'm stopping at 7 now. No, I'm not gonna go above 7 in such a game, boy. I'm stopping at 7.
No, I'll take it. I'll take it because wow. Yeah, Scala how Khensani because
No, boy, nah, boy. My ratings, boy, reflect the type of game we had, boy. I'll never go above a 7 in a game like that. Or maybe like I should channel that energy in rating the coaches then.
I think so, boy. I think so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, because as we said, like in our review, like consolidation phase, the build-up phase arena, we're okay. The problem wasn't, it was in that area of the pitch. So I think Herrita, especially our center back, boy, we must because they won their battles.
Okay, yeah. Grant is a 7. Rushin?
Because you gave Grant a 7, that because my rating was an 8 for Grant and a 7 for Rushin, but because you gave Grant a 7 now, so to give Rushin 6 or 6.5 because he was also good. He was good. I thought Kiana number 5 figure, like as they used to call it. He was commanding well, and we all said after that moment against Amazulu, where he saved that moment and everybody that was on the pitch, and you were like, yeah, this is a center back that we want. Welcome to Mamelodi Sundowns final, Rushin. So yeah, I think I'll give him a 6.5.
You know what's the scary part?
Yeah.
The fact that Rushin Deruk has been at Sundowns for what, 7 months now. It hasn't even been a full season. This is his first full season. I think we'll see the best of this boy about maybe next season. This time we'll see the best of this boy. I thought Lyle today was very, very, very mid. Very mid boy. Didn't offer us a performance worth tagging Ali Malul on Twitter. And I would have accept like if he gives us a performance like this and then like maybe like scores a free kick or something like. But I felt like he was in Hoput's performance high against Chiefs at FNB last season. I really wasn't happy with that performance. And like it's like Chippa had an extra defender because Hafitlako in the final third, he passes the ball back. So it means like the right back has nothing to do. Like he's not even forced into tackles or anything. I'm sure the right back still has clean shots. Like his shots are clean enough to play on the weekend or whenever they play again. So Nainga you might not be happy. So maybe you rate him. I think Lyle's performance today was okay. Let me be kind. I think it's a 4. Right. I'm being kind.
Okay, sure. Rivaldo is another one. Yeah.
Oh. 3.5. 3.5.
I think let's set that better. Let's just move. Okay.
No. I think Riva deserves some bench time. Against Chiefs, he was okay. Against Amazulu.
Don't feel a man of the match, by the way.
No. Man of the match was Rushin Diruk boy against Amazulu. No boy. I'm happy for Aka. I'm happy for him to shut me up in the next game because I honestly feel like he's gonna start.
No, he will
against Arrows. I think he's gonna start against Arrows.
You know what I mentioned something on the I'm not sure if it was in the review. No, I think it was in a personal conversation where he said Rival Tembazwane are complete opposites. Like Omoan Otoma season so well, Omoan Otoma season star, and Riva will probably get into the mood couple October, November, and then he'll take over from there. But yeah, he made that error which led to Chippa's only chance of the game. But yeah, 3.5. I think that's it. Mtobimvala, I thought Mtobimvala played well.
Yeah, he had a good game today.
I think he's gaining confidence, just like Mudau. He's gaining confidence and he's getting better with every game. I thought he had good ball rotation. He was rotating the ball well, and then also like retention of the ball was good. He created actually our first not our first chance, but like our other chance in the match, the half chance we spoke about, Shalulile, where he crossed the ball and Shalulile headed it straight to Kadagma Watenga.
Watenga.
Yeah, and Coach Mangoba spoke about aerial duels during the week, and Mtobimvala won all of them. All of them. Even when Evaga came on, he won all of them. So I think Mtobimvala, I'll give him a 6.
Yeah, that's a fair one. Nabila was going to give him a 6.5, but I think a 6 is good enough. Neoma, when he came on against Chiefs, I think he played so well. I'm not sure. I think it was too early to start him, but also he's so brilliant that he can have a moment where you see why they started him. But of course, like a hindsight when we're sitting here, you know what I mean. I think it was too early for him to start, but also the Gaston is not ready to play a full game. Kemet is not ready to play a full game. I think Blesser is closer to coming back and start him. It actually shocks me that he didn't even come on today. But yeah, Mayema, what a mid performance as well. And especially against the team like with the low block. So in like creativity, and Neo is so creative, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I think there wasn't like enough balance in our lineup today. With all that said, I think Neo is a 4.
Okay, yeah, no, I can't disagree with that. I think Hashim Domingos. I think Hashim Domingo is another one, man. I think he grew into the game today. He didn't start so well, but he grew into the game. He became better towards in the second half, but I thought
didn't he look better when Kemet and Gaston came on?
Yes, he did. But I thought in the first half, like he was supposed to be that link area between the middle of the park and the final third, and he didn't do that. There were passes that he played that were wayward into the final third, and we missed we missed a Tembazwane, obviously, and I said earlier on. But I think as long as Mkhulisi and Maboe are not, and I think this was said by Toto as well, as long as Mkhulisi and Maboe are not fit, Hashim Domingo will start.
Hashim is gonna play.
Yeah, I think Hashim Domingo 4.5 for me.
Yes, that's a perfect rating, boy. I agree with that rating. If I were to tell someone who wasn't watching the game, or today we played with, actually, like halfway through, if you had said to me, Brutzwile, I wouldn't dispute it. I would be like, yeah, it makes sense. And then Warkadlala, I'd be like, oh wow. He was non-existent today. Non-existent.
100%. I agree.
Very, very non-existent. 3.5.
Yeah, I agree with
3.5 for Opera. Yeah. Like Peter Shalili, after the season is had, it's like going. Oh, but he scored in the MTN 8. I was about to say, like going to games without Peter Shalili scoring. It's like it's sacrilegious, man. It's like. Nothing is right with the world. I just love a Peter Shalili goal. Like nothing. like what about Ronaldo Corona? Like ke feel like visiting go stadium his level is no for real boy. Like is there anything better than Peter Shaluli scoring a goal? Like is there a better feeling?
No, boy, there's no better feeling.
Exactly boy.
I thought his performance today was subpar, like against Amazon. He might have missed his partner Tembazwane today. Everybody missed Tembazwane, but everybody misses Tembazwane.
Even I missed Tembazwane. I missed Tembazwane today.
On Talhan. So he flubbed that early chance that I spoke about, and I thought he should have done better there. And yeah, I think another thing Toto mentioned to me when we were watching the game, and I 100% agree with him. Peter Shalula does this thing as a number 9 that his first touch is to move away from goal, which I don't understand. You obviously in these games, there's a winning. You pickpocket these things.
You see them.
But I thought his substitution really surprised me, especially because Gaston and Kemet gave us like life, injected life into the game, and to take out our best goal scorer or our best chance of a goal after Outsanta, those two, then for me doesn't make sense at all.
And another thing about Charuli that I never realized until I picked Sundowns is his aerial prowess. He's so good in the air. And I think it's because he's so athletic. If he hits that ball, like he takes it back to where it comes from, and tries to go for the far corner, I think it catches Watenga off guard. He took it to where the momentum took the goalkeeper. But I've seen him score so many of those type of goals. But I can't fault him that much. I honestly don't think I'm able to critique Peter Shaluli too much. Right?
Okay, it's fine. 4.5.
I'm happy rating your petition really boy. Happy rating your how. That's it for the starting lineup, ne? Oh,
Gaston.
Off the bench, Gaston was the best player of the bench. I'm gonna give Gaston a 5.5.
Tapelo, to be honest, I have a difference after Model Tapelo, and I didn't see any difference.
Yeah.
So for me,
there was no difference.
The 3 from Tapelo.
Okay. Kemet. I'm gonna sound like a broken record. Lee and I look busy, but non-effective. And another thing that Kemet, man, it's like ever since the Field Sundowns, he's too much of a team player. I know that sounds wrong, but there's a bit of arrogance in Leonago City that I think he's letting it go Hanyane Sundowns. Like there was a chance more. I don't know like what he could have done, but like he tried to play that ball back for Safranco, and I was like, I want that killer who terrorized us, Loftus all the time from his days at Pirates. Like that's the killer I want. Like I want to see Kemet. Abonsari coach who don't forget about me because you have a new shiny toy from Slovakia. So I really have no rating for Kemet. I don't have it.
That's what boy. I think people should rate Romeo in the comment section.
Yeah, you put a question mark there. Safranco. Every time Safranco comes on, I'm like, this guy has to shock me. Like, I want him to shock me. But also, I feel like he hasn't played a full game where I can really judge him, to be honest, Now, to be honest with you now, I'll judge Safranco Kajanawari.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
Now the 1-2 in women, Vida Narwe Dalalena. I don't know. Interview ya boko na wa bolela ka 9 ka di 9 I think go bolela gore 9 ya eng ka hopela interview pedi ya boko na go bolela ka 9 ela le Braden so so but anyway,
such a clown.
But anyway, I don't think I also have a rating for Romeo Pavostrafanco Le Villa. I don't think I'll have a rating personally.
Yeah, Lina, I don't have ratings for them, but like, no, I think Villa. I think it's. I'm struggling to be. I don't know, objective. And that's just me being honest. But I always like Villa Dala every time he comes on. I'm like, I wonder if Villa had like 10 more minutes or 15 more minutes like on the pitch. And sometimes you know how unfair it is for a player to come on, to always come on in games that we're not winning because you're not playing with that relaxedness. Like, and you are bound to make mistakes. And I think I'm seeing it Villa because, you know, Villa, I like the guy. Like players I like, sometimes like I feel like I'm too biased to properly and objectively like analyze their game. So yeah, I'm glad we both don't have a rating. That's it. For all the players those are all the players that came on.
Yeah.
It's time to rate the coaches now. Like we've digressed so much in this review. Today I'm giving the coaches a 4.
Okay. I have nothing to add.
Yeah, that's it. There's nothing else. Hopefully, the next review, well, we are reviewing a very, very nice win. Actually, the first leg of the MTN8 semi-final against the Siama Ball.
Yeah.
And yeah, so hopefully we are staying away from Zoom for that review and Rusa Rock Nation production, and we give people what they want. The reviews of last week's production were so good. We have to give them what they want now. So yeah. But that's it for today. If you're still watching, if you got this far, you thank you so much. Thank you so much. I mean, we've been rambling. Like if you got this far, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, we'll see you. We have Yellow Corner on Friday, and then we have MTN8 on Saturday. Yeah, so it'll be back to back good productions. Yeah, that's it. If you feel like you don't want to subscribe after this shocking game, it's okay, guys. We'll ask you to subscribe in another game.
No, yeah, we'll ask you to subscribe after Gucci. Thank you, guys.
Of course.